Let's perform a simple data analysis on one of our data sets. In this video, we shall focus on FoodMart dataset. The approach is to focus on analyzing a single table and by answering some analytical questions. The first question that we try to tackle is this: how many customers do we have for each country? So obviously, to answer these questions, we should first go back to our FoodMart preparing Excel file and try to remove all these things from your pivot table fields. Month name, remove it. Quantity sold, remove it. And for this slicer, select the slicer and press delete on your keyboard to remove it. Okay. So the question that we're trying to tackle here is, how many customers do we have for each country? So obviously, we need to go to all to see all the lookup tables. Select the customer lookup table. Choose customer country and put it under rows. So our customers come from Canada, Mexico, and USA. So the question now is, how many customers do we have for each of these countries? So one way of doing this is to drag the customer ID into values. So immediately you're given the sum of customer ID. So this function sum here will basically tabulate, right, all the IDs of all your customers. So this is not what we want, right? We do not want to sum all our customer IDs. Instead, we should change it under value field settings and select distinct count. So this function distinct count will basically calculate or count the number of customers that we have. So press OK. So there you have it. This is the answers to our questions. How many customers that we have in each country? So for Canada, we have 1717. For Mexico, we have 1205. And finally, for USA, we have 7359. So this is a very simple way of answering our analytical question. Let's try to answer another questions. So this question here is, which stores were first opened in the 1950s? So obviously, to answer these questions, we need to go to the store lookup table. So let's return to our FoodMart preparing Excel file and remove all these columns from the pivot table fields. Okay, go to our store lookup table and drag store name into rows. Okay, so these are our stores. And we want to next drag this first open date into filters. Okay, so the question here is, we want to find out the stores that were first opened in the 1950s. So under the first open date, select multiple items. We just want to focus on the dates in the 1950s. So we select this, check on this, and this, and press OK. So this is the answer to our questions, right? So these are the stores that were first opened in the 1950s.